We have just got back from town and we popped into B&M and were completely surprised by the fact that the Halloween stuff out. We were not prepared, we were not ready, we had no forewarning. B&M were getting the Halloween stuff out. How good was it, Brody?
Dude, I like the doggy one.
You like the doggy ones, right? You're about to see that now. So this is what we saw inside of B&M. Right, so here we are, and here you can see some really kind of unique looking candlestick holders. They're like really silvery, almost like Terminator skeletons, aren't they, when they paint these skeletons silver. We've got some, this is that web thing, so you put it outside your house, you've got a giant spider web. Here we've got some cool bleeding candles, they're pretty cool. So once they start lighting up, the blood runs down. Some hanging candles, like Harry Potter style. Giant little spider web, giant spider in there. These like little comfy cushions. And you're basically your little diffusers. If you like your scented diffusers, there's one there. These are not, because these are candles, but if you wanted to, after you've used the candle, you can always keep that cauldron as like a decorative thing. Some weird skeletons doing funny little poses. I'm obviously having trying to struggle with bags and stuff. There we go, look, £3.50. So if you like the skeletons, £3.50 each. These are nice, a nice like little throw there. Nice ghost ones. My son pointing out the makeup kit. Here we've got some hanging ghosts with a witch's hat on. I'm trying to show you the throws. This is a nice decorative piece. So it's basically a skull head, and you've got this like sheet, like a shroud, and it looks quite cool, almost like a giant ghost. But I like that. There's my son with Buzz Lightyear. Right, here we've got these. These are your typical skeletons. Little plastic skeletons, £8 each. Skeleton one. Then you've got a pumpkin head one. It's kind of a little bit different with a pumpkin head. You've got to like that. Some floating ghosts. So just sort of float down. It's a tablecloth for that messy, so when you're doing sort of your craft stuff with kids, get a bit messy. It's a good thing to put down. These are like little trick or treat buckets. They're kind of like a fabricy, almost like a felt. I'm trying to show you there's a handle there. This is, I like this. It's a lovely little ghost cushion. Quite soft, quite plushy. And then we've got like a thicker throw. Sherpa, apparently. There we go. But the skeleton, look, it looks like he's got his head taken off. I thought that's quite sweet. But yeah, nice little skeleton throw tenner. Now, these look like they're glass, but they're actually plastic. They're like a plastic bottle of little drinks things. This is nice. A whole decorative spiderweb thing there, look. So it's basically like the spider webs you can put over stuff. They've got a black version of it as well. It's like a shroud sort of thing. Now, these are cool. These are like little books, like little keepsake things. So it's like little boxes. I suppose you can put like whatever you want in them, really. But they look like books. You put on your bookshelf, but you can keep your possessions in there. Little ghost cups. And these are more of these trick or treat boxes. So again, they're kind of felt, like thick felt velvety sort of stuff. Some tea lights there if you want to do the normal little electric tea lights. Now you've got some party stuff, so some cups, lights. There's a projector that projects like different like characters onto your house. So that's quite cool. These I have these every year. They're great. They're like thunder strobes, so you get a strobe light effect. I'll pause it for a second. So yeah, those back then it's like a strobe light, but it also does thunder sounds, so you can hear like thunder and lightning sort of sounds. Which is pretty cool. Go again. Got this lovely little spider web, their little light spider. That's a ghost projector. Now, hang on. Now this, it's not. I bought this and it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's just a static picture that sort of like slowly looks like it's floating. It doesn't like interact or move, but still, if you want a quick, cheap little projector to put on your wall, it's just a picture that it emulates on a wall of a ghost. But there are better ones out there, but it's not so bad. But yeah, that projector you see there that shines the images onto your house, onto the pumpkin, the bats and that, they're quite good because as it turns and they sort of the little images sort of move around. I've actually got one at home very similar to that, but it's just ghosts that fly over my house, and that's quite cool. And that's me going back to get my bag, which I left on the floor. See my son being very helpful. And then we've got these candles, these little nice little ghost characters you can sort of hang about. And these are just like, and it's against that felt stuff, that thick felt stuff. Same stuff as them buckets are made out of, little trick-or-treat buckets are made out of. Oh, that one looks like he's going down a slide. That little character, that little skeleton thing. Right, so we've got some more ghosts hanging out here, nice little hats on. Now, these are nice. These are actually glass. It felt like it was glass anyway. I'm trying to show you, because inside it's got these little movable bits. So it's almost like a snow globey sort of thing, really. But it's like a separate glass within the glass, so you obviously it won't contaminate your food and that. But this one here has got little silver bats in it. Like see those little silver things are actually bat shaped. I'll try and show you, but it's hard on this camera. But I think I'll do actually show you in a second. Yeah, because see they're like the bat shaped little silvery bats. I think that's pretty cool. Same with these ones here. It's just black bats instead. So I like the black bats as well. But again, it's the ghosts, it's the skeleton, sorry, with their sort of heads coming off and that. But yeah, you can see that the water goes in there and that's what stays on the outside. Which is kind of a cool thing for your kids. So little glow up ghosts, so they light up. These is nice. It's another little ghost and you push the button and it lights up. I thought that was quite sweet. Very girly in it for Halloween. But hey, these little statues, look at these little dog statues. They're dogs that are trick or treating. And I think that's quite sweet. This guy's got a spider costume on. It's like unapologetic dogs trick or treating, really, isn't it? It's just like, and they've made them look like kind of cheap costumes as well. And I like that. That dog's a skeleton. Well, I like the Frankenstein's monster dog. And it's again, it's a pink throw. These are more sort of little bags and stuff you can hand out. And this is a nice little gift box. If you want to give your kids like a little gift box of sweets or something before they go trick or treating, that's a nice idea. Now, I don't normally do the sweets, but I did notice something, so I wanted to do the sweets this time. They've got some really unique sweets in this year. So they've got here, you've got like your little, your basically fingers, like jelly fingers. You see these a lot, but I like these little coffin lolly things. Look, they're quite sweet. It gives you something a little bit extra. It's not just like a sweet, but this is where I got really excited. So here, I'll pause that for you for a second. That is an advent calendar for Halloween. Sadly, it only gives you 13 days. It'd be nice if they'd done the full month countdown, but they only give you 13 days. And you have to start on the 19th, I think it said on the back, of October to sort of get you up to Halloween. Yeah, these things here, these are like little drinks cups as well. See those little drinks cups? I think they come with like, it's like, I don't know if it's a bubble tea thing or something. It does. I did see it on there. What's in it? Yeah, so it's like bubble tea stuff, but they're nice little cups to keep with little cup toppers and that. Quite interesting. Some popcorn there. Yeah, this is me having a look at this. So I just think it's nice that you've got like an advent calendar for this time of year, really. But it's going to be little jelly sweets, probably much like you've seen on the shelves already. Probably all done by the same companies. So it's going to be like little eyeball sweets, little finger sweets. So it's these things I think are cool. They're not just like sweets. They're sort of like little things with the sweets. So look, trick or treat box. Got all the information's on there for you. And then look, this little move night. You can imagine like watching Hocus Pocus with this sort of box, can't you? Like you and your kid just sit down, you whack on Hocus Pocus, the original one, not the second one because that's not as good. But yeah, something like that, Hocus Pocus, and just sit down and enjoy it. And watch your movie. There's more like gummy book of spells. That's just a little funny thing. You sort of pop it open there, and then you just sort of rip that bit there off, and then you sort of eat your sweets. Again, nice little things to give your kids, maybe like on Halloween, before they go trick-or-treating, just so they can have something to do and open up. Cookie catch. So this is like make your own cookies. So there you go. And that's pretty cool, I think. It's all good stuff to do on Halloween with the kids to make it more than just like that's milkshake. So it's like making different types of milkshake and adding stuff to it. But it's kind of, to me, it's all about like just doing stuff with your kids on the day to make it more than just about going out trick or treating, sort of making a day of it, or trying to make more of an evening of it, make it more of a big thing. Maybe do a build up to it in a couple of nights in advance. Chocolate orange bombs, whack them in your hot chocolate. And there we go. So that's everything I saw inside of B&M on that particular time. Okay, so I really hope you like looking at that stuff from B&M. You enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah!
I will warn everyone before you go into B&M though, just to prepare you, they have Christmas stuff out already.
And I made a shop.
Yeah, they've got Christmas advent calendars and Christmas like box sets, Christmas out already. we're just starting Halloween. We're getting into that now. We're in August now, and we're not ready for Christmas yet. Don't start. But yeah. Stop doing Christmas. We haven't had Halloween yet. Anyway, guys, pop yourself down to B&M. Have a look at their range. I think this is just a small part because normally they have a lot more bigger stuff than that in B&M. They're quite good with Halloween, but they haven't got as much as normal. This is obviously the little teaser part they're going to put out now. But definitely enjoy it. Definitely happy to see what they've got already. A few bits they're going to get.
My pee-pee.
Don't listen to him. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe. There'll be a lot more Halloween-y stuff coming out soon. Because obviously, when the shops bring it out, I go looking for stuff in the shops. And obviously, we'll be going back to B&M. I'll go back to Home Bargains. I'll go back to the range. All the ones I've already been to already. Stop doing that. All the ones I've already been to already. No. All the ones I've already been to already. To see what they've got. If they've got anything more, anything bigger that's come out. So, anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. And like, subscribe, and put in the comments if anything you saw there you really, really liked. And what you think of the stuff. And what do you think about Christmas being out already. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you soon. Say goodbye, everyone. Say
Ballerina.
bye-bye. Bye.